y'all, this is Jay from Jay's Decor and Restore. So today for my latest project, I am going to take this ugly cable spool and turn it into a beautiful patio table. So stay tuned to the end of the video for the final reveal. But before we get started, if you like this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends. So let's dive in. So before getting started, I wanted to go ahead and give you a closer look at the spool so you can see, what kind of shape it's in, and also to point out some of the steps I've already taken to prepare for the project. First of all, I wanted to point out this center here. This is a cardboard. It's a real hefty, thick cardboard. Typically, you'll see spools that have a wooden center. But of course, I always go the most difficult route and find something that I have to put some more work into. So I'll be covering this with some nice pine wood. I also want to get closer and show you there was some hardware in here, and you can actually see the rust stains that were left back from the hardware. I went ahead and removed that. I simply used a socket wrench to get the bolts out. And as you can see from the picture that I posted here, they were really yucky and rusty. So I tried two things. I'd heard that Coke, soda, and vinegar, either one of them can remove rust from hardware. So I gave both of them a try, 24 hours, and the Coke had no effect on it whatsoever. The vinegar, however, you can see it's a whole lot cleaner. And there's still a little bit of rust on there, but not to worry, because I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint the hardware anyway, so it'll at least have a nice sheen to it. And I'm back. Okay, so now I'm gonna start cutting the wood. The wood planks that are going to go around that ugly center cardboard part of the spool. But first, I needed to measure the spool from the top of the spool to the base of the spool, and was able to determine that that was 24 inches in length. I then measured the circumference of the spool, and that measured 77 inches round. So then after that, I headed over to Home Depot to see what I could find, and really what was the best bang for my buck, because I didn't want to spend a lot. But I did want it to look nice, and I was able to find this piece of pine wood, which measures 3.5 inches width and 72 inches long. So from this, I'm going to be able to get 4 pieces, which is great, because after doing some quick math, which I'm not very good at, but I was able to determine that I needed 6 of these boards. So I want to show you one of the pieces I've already cut, but at the same time, I did want to go ahead and videotape this so that you can see how easy it is to use a table saw. It's not really, once you get the hang of it, it's not intimidating. And before we get started though, I do need to make sure I stress that you always need your protective gear on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and begin cutting the boards. So I have my protective gear on, my glasses and my headphones. It's really loud. Before I start, I wanted to tell you, it is such a long piece of wood, and since they're in equal parts of 24, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it straight down the middle first, on the middle mark, and that'll make it easier to navigate the rest of that board. So here we go. So change of plans. I'd originally started this project with the intention of simply staining the table. And however, I did receive a request from a couple. He is from California and she's from Texas. And so he'd asked if I could customize this table to reflect the Texas flag colors. He'd also asked if there was a way to incorporate the California flag. So I'm going to be breaking this down into sections because this is going to be a really big project, and rather than make a long 30-minute video, I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to also go a little bit more into detail on the tools that I use. I did find some really nice stools on OfferUp, and if you've never looked out there at OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, those are some great places to find furniture or items that people just don't want and are willing to sell for a reasonable price. So my intention is to use the stools and incorporate the California flag colors so that it all ties in together. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. This is going to be a great project. I'm super excited. I've never done this before. So like I said, I'm going to break this up, and at the very end, I will come back with a video with the final reveal. So make sure you subscribe so that you can see the entire project.